Good day, all. I know this is a Sunday and I ain't supposed to be cussing on Sunday, but I believe if we go by technicalities, that was only on Facebook, not on YouTube. So let's get real with Robo. Okay, I want to talk about two people here, Dante Salvador and Terrell Kent. I'm pretty sure you guys know the names. I'm pretty sure you know what's going on. And these BLM supporters decided to write some foul stuff about that little kid, Cannon Hinnat. And then, when they got the backlash from it, then they wanted to change it up. Terrell Kent said that his brother done broke into his Facebook. Now, Terrell, baby, let Robo talk to you for a minute, honey. If you ain't on Facebook, if you don't even care about Facebook, why the hell your Facebook page have so many posts and so much traffic on it? Okay, but you don't care about Facebook. You ain't even on Facebook. And yet you say, ask my friends on Facebook. This ain't nothing that I would usually post, and that a majority of my friends is white. Okay, so what you're saying is, white people, don't get mad about what was said, because I've got friends that are white. What did you say? What do people like you, and I'm not saying black people, because there's a lot of intelligent black people out there, and then there's people like you who are retarded, and I'm going to say it again, who are retarded, and I don't care what color you are, you're retarded. Okay, what do you say about those people out there that say, I'm not racist, I've got black friends? You say, oh, just because you're white and you got black friends, it doesn't mean you're not racist. You can't say that. You can't do that. Or, just because you got black children, it doesn't mean you're not racist. That's exactly what you say. So, I've got a majority of white friends, go and take that shit out the door. Take it out the door. Right now. Then on top of that, you said, y'all are threatening me and it's scaring them out of my girl, my lady, or whatever. My dear, I do not support violence nor threatening against anyone. I don't. I do not. However, the way you phrase that sentence is exactly the way you phrase that status when you said that comment about y'all go cry to your mamas. Now, I'm not going to quote him directly because I do not speak dumb, but I'm going to say it like this. The first comment was, oh, that's revenge. We getting tired of y'all. And now we gonna take revenge. How is it revenge when you support BLM? Because, nobody's falling for it. My brother got into, okay, nobody's falling for that. Apparently you think we new booties on the interwebs, okay? We not. Robo is not. And this is just for you, Terrell Kent. And I do want people that know him to go ahead and share this video with him, because I'm going to go in hard on him. Number one, you a liar. My brother did it. And yet, your Facebook on it has a comment saying, oh, this and that, and you scaring the out of my girl, and I don't give a bloop about, nothing else. It's at the point where I don't give a bloop no more. Okay, but that does not match the kind of language that was in the comment. The first comment about, you don't care, go cry to your mamas. And by the way, mama is not spelled M-O-M-A. It's spelled M-O-M-M-A. Or M-A-M-A. Alright, so get your spelling together. It's the same exact language that you used on that first comment. So bypass me with that was my brother. I don't even care about Facebook. Then why you got a Facebook? Why you got posts? Why you asking us to go and ask and look through your Facebook to see if that's stuff like you post? Why, if white people can't say I'm not racist because I have black friends or black children or black whatever, why can you say I'm not racist because I have a majority of white friends? That right there is stupidity and racism. Because if you think for a minute that I care that you have white friends, and you say that mess and then try to, oh, my brother broke into my Facebook, after you said that about a child, I don't care if the child is black or white, Mr. Terrell Kent. I do not care. The fact of the matter is that was an innocent child that got shot. And that just goes to show everybody on the internet how much BLM cares about the other kids that were shot. Now, I'm not going to say that Mr. Kent is directly involved in BLM. He might just be a supporter of BLM, which is fine. And you thought that you were going to make a comment on Facebook and that you weren't going to get backlash for it. I guess you was wrong. So you might want to do what I do when I get death threats, jihads, fatwas, all this other mess put on my head. I laugh at it. But I don't think you can laugh at that. Because you know what? Seriously, I pray to God that your girl never gives you a child. If that's the way you're going to feel about children getting hurt. Violence towards children. And if you knew anything, Mr. Terrell Kent, you would not openly say that you are a supporter of BLM. Because if you knew anything, Mr. Kent, BLM supports the destruction of the black family, supports the destruction of black communities, supports the burning down of businesses, just like at the McDonald's you working at. Tell me if it was Wendy's in Atlanta, what would happen and who would do it? Oh wait, that's right. BLM supported the murder of an 8-year-old black girl because they were too busy arguing and protesting and being violent around the Wendy's, which might as well be a McDonald's, except for they use square burgers and actual real meat and too much salt.
Because they don't cut corners.
Nah, that's funny. The fact of the matter is this. BLM supports the destruction of companies that hire black people. Do you think Gucci, do you think Louis Vuitton, do you think Tesla are going to say, okay, we'll pay a higher insurance rate to rebuild in this community and hire people from this community and take the risk of having our shit burnt down and looted and all that? That's what BLM supports, you fucking retard. How about you learn to read a goddamn book? And if you got something to say to me, you better come at me. And you better come at me hard, because I don't play softball with you retards. And the first person that says, oh, you know, you shouldn't be using the word retard because, you know, it describes the type of person. Shame on you for even making the connection between the word retard and a specific type of person. Shame on you. Because what a retard is, let's go back to the 1980s, is someone that acts stupid, that doesn't have a brain, that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, and that would be Mr. Terrell Kent, because ain't nobody filing for you. My brother broke into my Facebook, and then he wrote that on the status, and then I have a majority of white friends, and then I don't really give a fuck anyway, 'cause y'all scaring my girl. Well, you know what? You know what, Mr. Terrell Kent? You brought that upon yourself. Like I always say, most of the black community's problems are self-inflicted. We see that here. Now on to that idiot Salvador. Okay? I forget his first name. I don't care. I said it in the beginning, so you just have to rewind to the beginning and listen for his name. Mr. Salvador. He got his little white privilege blown out of his head. Did he really? Tell me something, Mr. Salvador. Where's the line for the white privilege? Because I'd like to get in it. As a gamer, I get scared playing D&D because somebody might accuse me of having white privilege. And gamers know what that is. Think about it, WIGHT. And then you got basically what I'm making fun of. Your insult, Mr. Salvador, was uncalled for. That was a little kid. And a lot of people will call you heartless. A lot of people will call you crass. A lot of people will call you demonic and devilish and satanic and evil and all that stuff. You know what I'm going to call you? I'm going to call you a fucking retard. Because that's exactly what you are. You support BLM too. And I don't see BLM saying, hey, you know, those two people that said that were wrong. I don't see BLM coming out like that. So BLM must be okay with their supporters doing that. But then again, BLM is also okay with their supporters and their quote-unquote protesters stealing and destroying businesses in the black community. They're also okay with their supporters, their quote-unquote protesters, mostly peaceful protesters, going out there and murdering black children, black men, black women, Mexican women, Hispanic men, all of that. And yet they cry over a criminal. Tell me something, Mr. Salvador, Mr. Kent. Do you cry over criminals? Do you uplift the criminals in your community? Do you think that criminals should be given the folded flag and buried in a golden coffin? Because you know what that tells me? That tells me you're more stupid than I thought you were in the first place. You see, I don't have to bow down. I don't have to go down to your level and say something like this. When that little 8-year-old girl was shot over by that Wendy's, the nation cried for her. White people mourned for her and felt bad for her family. Where was BLM? Nowhere. When that black officer got killed, white people mourned for him, cried for him. Where was BLM? Nowhere. So see, your support of an organization that believes in destroying the black family, believes in destroying the black community, believes in destroying black businesses, believes in destroying businesses that hire black people in that community, believes in, they're just getting reparations, believes in strong-arm tactics against Hispanic people, and they're supposed to be all for colored folk, yet they destroy those quote-unquote colored folk and their lives and their businesses, and you support that. That tells me exactly, numero uno, how stupid you really are. Therefore, I'm not even going to waste a death threat. I'm not going to even waste a threat. I'm not even going to say that. You know what I'm going to say? Mr. Kent, Mr. Salvador, own up to what you said. Because, see, this is the problem that plagues most people like you. You never take responsibility for your actions. Me, I take responsibility for my actions. When I say fuck you, fuck that, fuck your girl, fuck her feelings, fuck your feelings, fuck your family, and your mama should have got shot in the fucking head before she gave birth to a sorry sack of shit like you. That's exactly what the fuck I mean. And I take responsibility for that. And I wish somebody would give me backlash for that. Because if it's okay to murder a little 5-year-old kid, no matter what color they are, if it's okay to murder little black kids, a 1-month-old sitting in a stroller, because that's what you support, you stupid son of a bitch. And if you had a fucking brain, you would know that. If it's okay to do all that, then it's okay for me to say that your mama needs to be throat punched for having a sorry-ass child like you. She should have been shot before she had a child like you. Apparently, she doesn't know how to raise her goddamn kids, and neither does your daddy. Oh, wait, was your daddy around? Did you just say that racist shit, Robo? That's not fair. Just because he's black, his daddy might have been around. Apparently, he was a sorry sack of shit because he raised a sorry sack of shit. Oh, the volumes you could tell about the parents through the actions of the children. You can't even take responsibility. You have to lie. My brother said that. I've got a majority of white friends. You're scaring my girl. Well, you know what? What does that make your girl when you a sorry sack of shit? She's a piece of shit for dating a sorry sack of shit like you. Don't reproduce. Because I feel sorry for the generation after me, the ones that I'm raising, who are going to have to deal with the ones you fitting to raise. Oh, did she just say that? Oh, did she just say that? Because, see, the one I'm raising are patriots. They love this country. They love all people. Yeah, they're white as fuck, and my other 4 are mixed as fuck. So does that give you the right to say that about the black community? Yes, it does, because if you support BLM, then you don't support the black community. You support the downfall of it. You support the degradation of the black family. You support the degradation of America. Therefore, you are worthless. That would be you, Mr. Kent. That would be how you were raised, Mr. Kent. And I take full responsibilities for what I say, because I am sick and tired of this racism. Oh, a little white boy was shot? Okay, well, serves him right. He got his white privilege blown out of his head. So what, now we're ready to pick on kids? Well, whenever you want to pick on kids, you ballless, sackless son of a bitch, you come on up to me and pick on kids. Because I have 6 of them, and I would be more than happy to represent the mothers of America and tell you exactly how I feel about you. As per the little death threats that might be coming, as per the little jihads and fatwas that might be coming, let me tell you something. Go and come to my house. Do it. Because I've got 13 bullets in a gun, and I guarantee you, you're going to walk away with 1. And then you're going to know exactly what Mr. Hinnat went through. And your family's going to know what his family is going through right now. Because I will blow the black privilege out of your fucking head. Come at me. Oh, but there is nothing such as black privilege in America. Really? Then name one organization that's all white, for whites, and is like the NAACP and the United Negro College Fund, or La Raza, or any of the other programs that are for non-whites only. Name one. And not from 1930, not from the 1600s, not from Jesus's day. Name one that's around right now. There isn't one. You want to know why? Because There isn't equality in the United States of America. White people actually have to work for what they want. Meanwhile, corporations are getting bonuses because they hire a certain number of black people, a certain number of Mexican people, a certain number of Chinese people, but not a certain number of white people. I wonder why that is. And you wonder why people call you stupid. You want to get racist? Let's get racist. It's not something I do often, but I'll do it this time. Why do black people, Mexican people, all them other colors of people other than white people need those leg ups in America? Is it because they need help doing exactly what white people do? Well, you know what? If you cared about your fucking community, which you don't because you support BLM, if you cared about the people around you, which you don't because obviously it's okay for you to joke and laugh and say very vulgar shit about a little white boy getting his head blown off, if you had a heart at all, you would realize these few items. Number one, white neighborhoods are safer because we involve the police in our neighborhoods and we have a repertoire and a relationship with cops. And because we don't allow bullshit that you allow going on in your communities to go on in ours. Meaning, if little Trey decides to blow someone's head off, little Trey is going to be given up to the police by a white person. Not, oh, we didn't see nothing, we didn't hear nothing because little Trey might kill us. It's kind of hard to kill somebody from behind bars, morons. Not saying it doesn't happen, but usually you have to be a mobster really well connected, and I guarantee you that little thug Trey is not going to have that kind of connection. Oops. Another thing we don't do is when one of our friends do a crime, we don't take the fall for them. We don't say, yeah, Jesse over there, he did the crime, but I'm going to go ahead and take the fall for him because I know Jesse's going to come to, put money on my books and everything else. We don't sit in prison like idiots and go, why is none of my friends coming to see me? They encouraged me to shoot that person and no one's coming to see me. Oh, is it racist yet? Maybe now you know how Ken and Hinnat's parents feel about seeing comments like that. Oh my God. But Robo, you're being mean. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm sick and tired of all the racism in America, and I'm sick and tired of black people saying that it's white people being racist. No, it's not. It's black people that are being racist. Number one, you've got all the opportunity plus all those leg ups to flourish in America. And why do you not flourish? Because you rather sit on your fucking ass, spit out fucking babies, and motherfucking get welfare checks. So don't fucking tell me I've lived in the ghetto all my goddamn life and I can tell you what's real. And that's real. Let's go. I ain't heard nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I ain't given the power to the criminals, and then you wonder why your fucking streets and your neighborhoods are so filled with criminals. Maybe it's because the criminals know they could get away with literally murder in your damn neighborhoods and you ain't gonna blink an eye or tell on them. That's why it doesn't happen in white communities. When it comes to white flight, oh, white people moved out of this fucking neighborhood because a lot of black people moved in. Yeah, we did. Why? Because we don't want to give the power to the criminals. That's why white neighborhoods are safe. That's why white neighborhoods are a lot better to live in. Because we rely on the police to do their damn jobs, and that's to keep us safe from little Trey and his little gang of miscreants. But you You don't tell on anybody. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. White flight. Oh, white flight, white flight, white flight. Explain to me why the Obamas live in a rich white neighborhood instead of living in the ghetto of Chicago. Gee, I don't know why. Oh, but we care about the black community, man. That's our black brothers and black sisters. Then why the fuck do you do so much crime and kill each other like that? Huh? Oh, but there's white on white crime too. Yeah, you know what? Serial killers, we kind of corner the market in that. Let's get real. Let's get real. I don't give a damn if people get mad at this video because I am so sick and tired of this racist bullshit in America. You let Joe Biden stand up there and call you non-thinking Neanderthals.
That's putting it nicely.
And you applaud that. And you're going to vote for him because you know why? You have Kamala, camel toe. Why don't we just get real and call her what she is? Whose dick do I gotta suck to get ahead? Apparently Willie Brown's. You know what? The only reason why people think we have white privilege in America is because you're too lazy to get up off your ass and go get a job. You want an excuse for everything that you do, just like Mr. Terrell Kent wants to blame it on his brother. And then it's okay for him to say, I have all these white friends, and him not be thought of as racist. Well, you know what? If I can't say I have all these black friends and still be considered racist, then I wonder. Why it's okay for him to say that. Oh, wait, that's right, because he's black and I'm white. And you're talking about white privilege? No. Black people can say whatever the fuck they want to say, and they could get away with it because they're black in this society. Ain't that what your quote-quote white privilege is all about? Well, it seems to me there's more black privilege out there than there is white. You want to get racist about this? Let's get racist about this. These stupid-ass white people that applaud you, do you know if you went to jail, those stupid-ass white people would not bail you out? Why? Because you got caught and they didn't. You want to say something mean about white people? You can say this. We are all snitches. And the loyalties lie like this. We think of ourselves first. We go to instincts. Self-preservation is number one. And you could quote me on that. And that is why everybody, not just white people, but black people too, when they could afford it, they get the hell out of your communities and come to ours. Want to know why? Because white people have a standard in our communities. Riddle me this, Batman. If you cared so much about the racism in America, then why are you letting white people that don't even live in your communities burn your communities down? Aren't you the retard? But what Joe Biden said was wrong, is it? Well, that's just racist, am I? How racist is it to say, oh, good, a little kid got shot, and laugh about it? But black people can't do no wrong in America. And yet, if you're white and you laugh about a little black kid getting shot, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you get all them death threats and everything like that. You can't get on there and throw a fit like Mr. Terrell Kent could and blame it on anybody. And then cry about how, oh, you're scaring my girlfriend. Well, maybe your girlfriend better man the fuck up and get ready. Because you know what? White people are getting tired of your bullshit. There's no white privilege in America. There's black privilege in America. You cry about anything and everybody listens. Well, you know, they say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You think that's oil? Let me tell you about real oil, honey. After November, and you vote those idiots back in that you always vote for, black lives ain't gonna matter anymore. Your riots ain't gonna stand anymore.
You know what else squeaky wheels get?
Fucking thrown out for a new one?
Replaced, yes.
That's the gay, the LGBTQ community. They were crying, and they caught on quick though. They were crying about, gay rights, and all the politicians were like, you're right, gay rights, everything, you're right. Oh, you have such rights to be upset. And then after the election and they voted in those idiots again, you know what they learned? Nobody's really for gay rights. You're talking about white people being systemically racist. No, we're not. But I could honestly tell you that with the way you guys are fucking acting up and acting out, I guarantee you that there's a lot more racist white people in America now than there was 8 years ago. If a black man can become president, you have no excuse. Let's go for true equality. Let's take all them other programs away and make you work for your shit like we have to work for ours. And you know what we'll see? A whole bunch of crying. So who's really crying to their mommies? Mr. Kent? Do you see white people running to their mommies? Oh my God. Oh my God. People are saying that we have white privilege. Mommy. No, you want to know why? Because we were raised with a thick skin. We were raised to where we take responsibilities for our actions. We were raised to where if someone gets under your skin, grow thicker skin, you puss. Not to cry about everything. Oh, we can't get jobs, so we need a program to where they're going to hire black people instead of white people. Here's an idea. How about you get dressed up like white people do and show up 30 minutes early?
Hell, 15 minutes early.
Maybe you'll get the job over the white person. Oh my God. Are you serious? That's all we have to do. How about to make your black community safer, you start working with the police instead of thinking, disband them, dismantle them. That'll stop all the criminals because then they don't have to be scared anymore. Well, if they don't have to be scared anymore, that means crime is going to flourish. We've seen it. And yet, you're insulted because Joe Biden calls you stupid. What is that? What is that? Intelligence right there? Oops. Don't you get racist on us, Robo. No, I'm going to get real with you. White people these days, we don't wake up. We don't give a fuck about your skin color, okay? The last thing on our mind is black people. Very last thing. Matter of fact, I don't even think it's on any of our minds. Other than, I wonder what idiocy we're going to hear today from BLM and supporters of BLM. And you know what? We say the same thing about white millennials. So when you say you can't even walk out your door without somebody gathering a posse and trying to lynch you, really? I live in a predominantly black neighborhood. I don't see me and my husband and the other white family, because there's only two of us. We're what you call, quote unquote, token white people for the black community. Because when you see a white person, it encourages people to think that it's a better community than it is. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Talk about using people for the color of their skin. Shame on those Hispanic landlords of mine. That's why I got asked. That's why I asked to be put in the back of the apartment complex. Because I got tired of being the token white person.
Yeah, we did that at the last place we lived. That didn't work out so well either.
You want to know why people leave your communities? Because you allow thugs and murderers to get away with thugging and murdering. We don't. If black communities were the bomb, then riddle me this, Batman. Why the fuck do you let criminals get away with murder and then celebrate them? The difference between white police brutality and black police brutality is because a white person will look at the incident and go, guess he ain't gonna go for that gun again, is he? But you guys get all upset. Oh my God, he ain't got me down for no reason. Okay, so maybe he punched that cop in the face and then tried to shoot him in the forehead with the taser, but he got killed for no reason. What? The black community is the only community I know that uplifts their criminals and idiots like Mr. Kent and idiots like Mr. Salvador who applaud the death of children because they're white. And you thought this wasn't going to be a racist video? Let me end by saying this. All lives matter. I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple, orange, or yellow, or any other color, or any other sex, or any other creed, or any other gender, or whatever you are. Your life matters to me. And that's why I denounce all the death threats that Mr. Kent got. It was wrong of y'all to send those death threats. Regardless of what he said, unfortunately, the First Amendment covers his hatred, racism, and evilness, just like it covers mine. I'm not applauding him for what he said, and his brother did not say it, so Mr. Kent, bypass me with that bullshit. I'm not applauding what Mr. Salvador said. In fact, I'm denouncing that too. You were in the wrong for saying that. And you're an asshole for doing so. However, the simple fact of the matter is this. Mr. Kent, Mr. Salvador, when you do have a child and you look into that baby's eyes when they're 5 years old, I want you to be reminded of the time that you applauded somebody blowing out the brains of a 5-year-old and saying it was payback or revenge. I want you to look at that child and tell them, Daddy applauds people who try to break apart the black family. Daddy applauds people who destroy the black community and America and has plans for destroying America, the country you live in. Daddy applauds people who blow out the brains of little innocent 5-year-olds because of their color. And God forbid, when you have a child and they turn 5 years old, a white man doesn't do the same to your child. And if so, I want you to think back to this day. when you applauded that. And I want you to shut your mouth and not say anything about that. It was devastating for the white community when those men and women got shot because of the riots. It was devastating for the white community when those children got killed. It is still devastating to white people. Me personally, as I'm watching these riots, this looting, this burning, this destruction on good people in the black community. I got choked up seeing a black man and a black woman hugging each other in a store where they destroyed it. The rioters destroyed it. And that was their livelihood. And the pain in their faces, I hurt literally for them. And they were black, and I'm white. You're not only stupid, Mr. Kent and Mr. Salvador, but you are asking for karma to come and bite you in the ass. And in the end, I hope karma doesn't. I hope God is merciful and your children live full and happy lives like I hoped for little Cannon, like I hoped for the 1-month-old that got killed in the stroller, like I hoped for the 8-year-old in Atlanta, like I hoped for the gentlemen and gentlewomen that got killed in Chicago, Minneapolis, all those places. And I pray to God that you teach them to have more love in their heart than their racist, hateful, evil, vindictive, idiotic dads do. You're a disgrace to your parents. You're a disgrace to your bloodline. And furthermore, you're a disgrace to all black people. And that's real with Robo.